All right. As you can tell, um, if you were here last stream, I've done a little bit of work. And to start this stream, I'm going to render a little bit of what I plugged in off stream and kind of catch up everything else to where these current characters are. Before I start adding any of the other stuff, a lot of this other stuff is going to be more mandala-esque, reflective, mirror, filter type stuff of the work that you see in various places. There's a few other things that I need to do with my inklings, but like I said, we're going to get to that after I warm up the stream with a little bit of rendering, which means to either lighten or darken to help bring form to everything, because there are things that are still in a flat world, different depth. And yes, we will be listening to random trance during this stream. I just love working to trance. It puts me in a trance. Alright, let's get this eraser to the appropriate levels. And I did a little bit off stream because I was just feeling some type of way. I really just wanted to do some work without thinking too much, thinking too far outside of myself about things that I can't control. I just wanted to focus on having a little bit of control here. Now that I kind of caught myself, I feel okay to stream. Lower that opacity a little bit. I'm really debating keeping that tray in his hand white, like the frame around it. Almost like he's holding a tray of space that retains the color within its bounds, somewhat like this space around it, which is technically infinite, but within that plate of space is this piece, which is kind of what I'm serving up. So that's why I'm kind of debating whether I want that conversation. But we'll see. I'm going to leave that for one of the later things that I plug in. Or not. We'll see. May just leave it as it is. I love how his shoulder has so much depth to it. Like there's a space within his shoulder. It's like a whole world is in his shoulder, and that's why it's kind of dropping, and it's also holding the check. So there's just a lot of weight in this area. Kind of need to lighten up a little bit. Trying to remember all the different things that I plugged in yesterday. Come on. You know what? I think I'm just gonna drop its opacity a little bit, general opacity, because it doesn't need another stroke. Last thing this thing needs is another stroke. This side of the light. Interesting. There we go. That's nice. Pull this ear out just a little bit. Also, actually, I'll wait till I'm working on it a little bit more before I talk about it. Now the pilot's wearing their Star Maker hat, ready to fucking grow a star out of himself. Fine with that. The opacity a little bit, actually. There we go. I'm going to make this area a little bit lighter because you're seeing through this window. Well, it kind of makes this like ghostly. There's a face in there. Happens to be right by the skull as well. Interesting. Come on now. You know, it's nice to have a few different tries to do something, but it's also like a trap. It's like, I could have been fine with that first mark and just lived with it, but because I have these options to Control Z, or go back in the progress, as if I'd never made that mark, I could sit there and spend a whole day making sure that that one stroke is exactly how I'd like it. But that isn't realistic. You see, like right there, I need to work on moving on. I love these webs, especially now, like they're around, and the number 3 spider shows up. You know, it's like they're in the middle of spinning these webs. It's like there's like some mystical spider in my mind that's spinning the web of reality, and my particular spider is, or the one that I am aware of, is like somehow connected to how I'm spinning these webs. So that's why I try to honor my itsy bitsy spider. I don't know, it's hard to explain. But having these webs in that reference is really important to me. I've been spinning this web for a while now. Maybe I'm the pie caught in the web, who knows? Got that one web attached to the clock that says 137. I guess there's a lot of personal reasons for why everything's where it is, but I guess that's good art, you know. It should be personal. Okay. So I know last time, or maybe a few streams ago, I anticipated doing a black and white pattern for this character. But I guess that would be if I were to take the panda reference literally with black and white. Um, but as I was working on it, I noticed the black and white contrasts everywhere by the lines. Um, so as to not clash with that, but also respect that panda energy in the structure of my work, I chose to instead find patterns in my arsenal that would speak closely to how I really felt about this character, um, like my own feelings versus a more two-dimensional perception of them. Um, and I think what I chose rocks, and it's super wicked. I feel like this person, as black and white as they live their life, um, they're a very colorful person. Color matters. So I didn't want to render them. I also didn't want to render them in a black and white world. I wanted all the colors in between. I also, um, this hoodie's like a kind of a blankie. It's a baggy hoodie. That isn't necessarily a literal garment, more of a symbol of an intent. And the intent for putting this particular pattern in that comfort hoodie is to kind of refer this character's how this character finds or recognizes a safe place in I guess this is pretty personal, but um, the way that I live my life is very mechanical, but also organic. So this pattern has these gears, kind of like running, throwing sparks out there. So these gears are just fucking going. It's kind of how I work, and the gears are in these windows, almost look like gems. And these gears kind of produce my perspective, like the way I think. And then from there, that gives it a foundation where these little bonsai trees, kind of hidden here, can grow. They have a place that works that can grow, and that's kind of how my mind works. It's like there's a place in my mind that works, that allows things, um, as cliche as thoughts, to grow. And I feel like this character is very comfortable with the way my mind works. Like it makes them feel comfortable knowing that um, they can find warmth in, I don't know how Metapilot works. And yes, that's taking something literal from my current life, but it's also symbolic to parts of myself that I'm recognizing by doing these characters and by addressing them this way. It's been helping me make sense of things happening and why, and then why I feel the way I feel about it, but also how I feel about art in general, its place in my life, the universe, and how it works based on what I've been observing, but there are characters in your immediate life that are the muse or are the source of the sparks of thought. Um, it's like, I don't know, they're characters, people in your life that help you think differently, completely shift your composition, shift your intentions. But it's not just that that person does it; it's that that person sparks the ability to recognize it in yourself, and that's kind of how it works here. Like they're helping me put it out into my work so that I can recognize it in myself, because that's an important part of my artwork, is to help me make sense of what the fuck is going on here. Um, like, what is going on? And then I chose these boots. I chose my Maybelline pattern. Um, again, for personal reasons. Oh shit. But I feel like this character reminds me of a character from a cartoon named Maybelline, from Gravity Falls. It's like just kind of their attitude. Um, so there's that. In that pattern, I was already making sense of this character, their roots in my life, like why I think of them in a certain way. Um, so I felt like it was the appropriate pattern to use as their feet, like what they stand on for me. And it also has in this pattern these two hearts uh, that have this electricity that connects to this space. Um, so I was already recognizing the connection between these like this character in this world. Um, and then I've used this pattern as various um, transparent textures, or more like shiny textures. Like I used it, for example, to kind of build a space around the shower time was another illustration I did. And I had Positive Pilot taking a nice shower with Metapilot, surrounded by this pattern of recognizing two hearts that should be together. Um, but it was used for this transparent type marble. It's kind of how I wanted it to look, like glass, I guess is the word I'm looking for. Because the only way for this character to be successful in this world, to keep showing up, is a level of transparency. So it's kind of why I chose this pattern. Plus, it looks mad trippy as like furry boots, like. And I just love the galactic effect because this character loves that look, and she loves her boots, and yeah, you could call it fan service. The intentions behind it. Fan service. boots with the fur. I also chose this pattern for her little pants because they're kind of like a sexual energy to this pattern with those watermelon seeds and that red pungent and this, like the curviness of those lines, skin tones, and I feel like this character is learning about their body. And is showing more skin, getting more comfortable in her skin. And I don't know, I feel like it's a good place for this to have that article of clothing that isn't as baggy or elaborately covering the skin as the other parts, but is the one part where she's showing her legs, which is a very feminine attribute to me. I'm a leg guy. I love that booty. I love legs. So to show that, even if they're crossed, there is an intention of like I know I look good. I want to show that, but I'm still reserved because I don't know how quite to present it exactly right. So it's kept safe. Then we have their bag, which is very important. I feel like they carry a lot, so they need a nice large, not too large, but large enough knapsack for their thoughts to go to sleep, because they carry a lot of them. Super dweller. And because this bag is so important, because it carries so much, it's kind of a vehicle for their being. I chose the name slipping my mind. The Buzz in the Base pattern, which I used for the vehicle for Metapilot, his Paibaru vehicle that was drifting with the rainbows behind it. So this is kind of her whip. She takes mental rides in it. Also, I still did throw a yin yang. There's a little bit of that darkness covered by the line that extends into the rest of the composition. It's like the shape of that darkness to the yin and the yang. The yang is like the line, the black line that cuts through this frame. But what's being highlighted here more than anything is that yin, that white element that contrasts the yang. And I think it's what they want to show off. Let's clean this up a little bit. I also think these cracks are super important. And the texture is super important for this character, because one of the reasons I like them so much in this world is because they're so textural. They have a lot of depth to them, even if they don't realize it. I mean, that's why their eyes aren't as open as the rest. They're still not totally aware to their goddessness. But let's hope that this deep fried rainbow gives them access to the sensory experience they need to experience to recognize that. It's going to be something they do on their own. I'm going to make sure I didn't do anything else with that I missed before I change my eraser back. Here I use, for their scrunchie, I use the Dirty Dancing pattern. And I feel like that pattern I've used a lot for insecurities. Just feeling insecure about yourself, about something you want to do, about how you feel about something. And I feel like this character's hair is a huge insecurity for them. Like that bad hair day type mentality. So they kind of have it all, their kind of insecurity scrunched up, so they can focus on the meal. But there's also this panda character. It's a very comfy character in terms of animal symbology for me, docile. So this scrunchie, there is insecurity, but there's also a docile approach to it. It's part of what makes them want their comforts, is the insecurities, like your comfort food kind of way. Like I eat comfort food because I'm insecure about something. I have anxiety, and anxiety comes from insecurities. So, yeah, so on and so forth. Speaking of insecurities, I don't know if I mentioned it when I was working on the pup. This pup, like I feel like dogs and pets in general are used for comfort as like companions that you can have faith in, as long as you treat them right. So this there might be anxiety behind the reason of having a pet, but it's not entirely the purpose or the reason someone gets a pet. Sometimes it's a reciprocal experience of providing comfort for each other. Because I feel like we all innately as animals have an existential dread of existence or about existence, just a general uncertainty, and having companionship provides that pacification of those thoughts. And I think that's also why the Pi Bee of Passion wants to reach for that in its efforts as well. Okay, let's jump on to Positive Pilot. I think we said enough about the Wicked Pilot. So these shoes are epic. These shoes, I think, can take Positive Pilot wherever the fuck she wants to go. And you can tell even in the shoes it looks giddy, like, like, oh my gosh, I can't believe this. It's got that energy that a girl has that loves shoes when they get new shoes that they love. They're like, these are life. And that's kind of the energy I have at the soul of this character, which again represents my artistic prowess, my desires to create. At the soul of my desires to create is this giddy, oh my god, are you for real energy? That can take this body of work wherever she wants. And I do consider my body of work a woman, or not a woman, but to be of feminine energy. Um, so that's why she's represented this way. I feel like women are expected to carry a lot more than they really should, but there's usually good intentions behind the things that they choose to carry. Uh, just like my intent with art. It's not something, it's very laborious to give birth to this body of work, but it's worthwhile. It provides for the world. Just the children of the fucking universe. Not every child is solely a mother's. There's a lot of mothering, feminine type energy in the universe that came before humanity. We, as humans, were brought forth from that. That's why we're having issues with recognizing like what kind of gender we are. It's like, wait a minute. Like, what gender is a universe? Like the universe has many forms of itself. So why don't we? Like, oh yeah, we do. But it's like a Punnett square of that masculine and feminine energy. Punnett square. I may have babbled there, I was just speaking. So this skirt, I'm using, actually all of the pieces you'll notice match Metapilot, because I feel like my art right now matches my personal intent. Like whether I'm making money in life, like, is not a problem. Like I have a job to do things like that, and right now my art should be genuinely myself. So she's like just like my this character's apron. She's got her skirt. That's kind of her body of work's apron. But she's really comfortable with herself. She's not really trying to protect her skin as much. She wants others to experience it. But it is still like an apron-esque, like covering the goods. And I used this homely pattern for it. That's why the apron has that pattern, even if it has these fires. I think I mentioned it in the stream before, but my art is comfortable with itself now. She don't need no man. And she's comfortable showing herself off without feeling any sort of way. She came here to eat. She's gonna get what she came here for, and she doesn't care what look she gets. If they're giving her looks, they're the looks that she deserves, and she doesn't really give a fuck. They deserve from that one person's perspective, and it's not important because that one person isn't the food that they're eating. That one person is just a bystander. But yeah, I may digress. Let's get back to the clothing. Not the lack thereof, symbology, but what clothing we have and the patterns that we see. This pattern on her bosom as skimpy as it is, it's still there. There's this intent to build up a heavenly space, a space where you could find um, not maybe enlightenment, but something along those lines of enlightenment. But it's not a big component really. Uh, if you find it, it's cool. If you don't even notice it, then it's also cool. Like it's not the only way to find answers. Art isn't the only way to find answers, but it's a great way to find a path to enlightenment, or an understanding of yourself within this world, which I think is very enlightening. Um, but it's covering the breasts that kind of hold the fat of art. So it's still there for the most calorie, the most fat in this body of work. That intent is to provide that space for somebody. Um, or the intent to produce so much, to be prolific. Uh, like that energy behind it all is like the energy behind all of my art is what is focused on showing an enlightening experience. Like to maintain a practice, I think is also important to see. And when people see someone constantly produce, they're like, "Yo, like, what's up with me?" Like I'm sure I can bust something out. But again, it's not her entire wardrobe. She's only focusing that energy here versus wearing an entire dress of that. And what I just said there is probably only going to make sense to me, which is okay. Because I don't think people are necessarily supposed to get my perspective on my art. As weird as it is to say that, I'm just kind of like the ripple. Like you see the ripple the way you want. Like I'm just rippling, but I am the ripple. So I got to ripple to be and see myself. Be the ripple. Okay, so I think. What? Yeah, I think I got the rendering in that I wanted for now. Oh, aside from this little chair here, which I used their chairs, their stools. I used the Jungle Fever pattern, one of my OG patterns. Um, I made this pattern around the time that I first met this character in my world. And I used this bag that I rendered from this pattern for a while, kind of carrying this Jungle Fever. So it's funny to bring it back as this thing that both my art and this other character are sitting upon. Yo, it's a fucking person with a hat. Sorry. When I look at my pieces, I see way more than what's there. Fuck, that's weird to say. It just sounds crazy. Okie dokie, okie dokie. Let's think. I think there's. Okay, before I do any of that, let's just jump in here. Let's see what I want to use. Ooh, shit. think I used it in this yet. Oh, fuck! I didn't even use it. I thought, I don't know what I was thinking. What the fuck? I can't even express it in words right now. Just gonna continue as if everything is exactly how it's supposed to be. Kind of thinking, do I want? Where's the fizz? Got a little fizz in that drink. We're going to drop the opacity as well. Increase the hue, saturation, I think, just a little bit. Just want to pull out some of that color that was lost when I made it a little bit more opaque. Oh shit, I didn't even slide that bit over. Oh. Let's go. Let's go. Shit, you know what? I'm going to get some fruit snacks. Be right back. Got some fruit snacks in me. We're about to get some fruit snacks in me. Oh shit. Little Queen's cap is falling. She can hold one of my fruit snacks for me. You can't see her, but little pie be holding my fruit snack. Yeah, okay. Sorry. I swear, having thoughts, deep thoughts, is like eating an intense meal. Like taking a bite out of an intense meal. Like, Meowgie. I'm not even. I still got some work to do, little brother. Oh, little Meowgie-san. I have to. Okay, give me like 20 minutes, little brother. I might need a little Pivy decal with a Pivy petting a cat. In case I'm not in the screen, it's like, I'm currently giving my little kitty love. Might have to scratch him for a second. It's funny, this is Tesseract juice. Kind of just hit me. I was like, damn, like, should be for juice. Have a little bit of that Tesseract juice spilling. It's okay though. We're not gonna cry over spilt milk. That's sick! Oh, how the line shows up right there. Like, oh my god! Oh my god! I agree, Miyagi. I fucking agree. Can you not hear the excitement? Or do you just think that you want wet? Oh shit. Oh, that's cool. Fuck me. Miyagi, you are the most gentle person sometimes. Like sometimes my cat feels like like a spider crawling across my leg. But it's just him like lightly making contact with their body as they walk by. Yo, it makes me kind of want to change this. What? And instead, use this central element. I like how the two butterflies are in there. Because this is the center of this composition, so the composition externally pours out from that center space. So these cups are like poured from the bottle. It just feels right. It just feels right. I'm going to use some of this like it's pouring out. There you go. Ooh, it's like lava pouring out. Yo, I'd love that. Okay, Miyagi, I swear I'm going to just move this and then I'm going to reach down and ignore everybody in the fucking world just so that you know you are the most loved little critter on the entire fucking planet. Miyagi, you know I love you. You don't gotta worry about that. I swear, every scratch session is lasting less long. Something's up. I need to find you a good CBD source. Miyagi, according to the foods, you're a senior. But they don't know you're a Bengal, kitty. They don't know you got king's blood. They don't know that 12 is the new 6. Alright, Maggie. I'm almost done. If he meows again, we're gonna have to ignore him together. But I kind of went in there, so he should find a nice little spot. Get some little shut-eye, little cat nap. Okay, that's good. Almost forgot where I was at. Drop opacity. Oh no. Ooh. I can't even explain my reasons for this, but I just want it there. Okay? Okay. I think I am. It's just unfortunate, Gabby, that I will have to spend some time on the computer in order to do that. Meow, you weren't supposed to hear that. I'm not trying to stress you out. Good to see you, Gabby. How are you? Are you doing all right? Every time I make a stress sound, Meowgie's stressed. Hey, ow, 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 ow. That cat's like ready to run. He knows when he's hit his limit. Holy shit, you ate bread? You okay? Did it hurt to chew? Or did you eat it a certain way? Or did you make sure you dipped it in soup, make it like really soft, right? Wait, you're trying to do a appa paper? An appa paper? A paper about appa? Oh, wait. Like that's a style, right? Of writing a paper. Like it's a style, the APA. It's like a type of paper writing. Like it stands for something, right? Pretty sure it does. Yeah. I'm sorry, Gabby, but that's something you gotta do right now. Uh-uh. Oh, what am I doing? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Holy shit. Sometimes I make a choice and I don't know if I did it. And I end up doing something else because it feels more right. Oh, shit. Alright. Oh! Alright, okay, alright, okay. So this pattern is about having experiences and living upon those experiences. So these sauce plates are kind of where they're experiencing the highlights of their food, that sauce. You know how important the sauce is? But your experiences in your life are kind of the sauce that you dip yourself in, your thoughts in, your perspective of the world in. It's like there's a world within anything that you experience. It doesn't have to be literally the world itself. Whoopsie daisy. Nope. Okay. Now let's move on. You should write an APA style paper about APA. Make sure you reference all your sources. That'd be Nickelodeon. Or is that Cartoon Network? I think it's Nickelodeon, right? I'm going to be erasing that when I get to it, but I just kind of want to move forward. Ooh. I don't think your teacher would know what to do with you. They would just be like, A plus plus. Yeah, you're a genius. That's what I get for chasing my cat. At least it wasn't the funny bone. No, no, no. Downstairs, down, down. You hear me? Yeah, okay, how many times do I gotta tell you? I'll get to it when I get to it. Fuck. Whoa, did not mean that. Gabby, I've been watching. I'm on season 5 of Trailer Park Boys. I've seen it before, I think twice. But it's been like my driving show. Your show I just keep on. That show saves lives. Pulling out the color a little bit. Right now I am where Randy gets Lucy pregnant. And I am just as shocked the third time around. Fucking Randy. Get your shit together, dude. That's what I'm saying. It's like some part that you reject. It can't happen. It can't. It doesn't happen. Like next scene, Ricky's just wasted. It's like, damn, bro. Some fuckery. Some real fuckery. I kind of like this checkbook, or not checkbook, but the thing that you bring the check in, with this pattern, because one of my best supporters, who's kind of like brought the check to me, um, I use this pattern for their skin. So it feels right to use it as this place where you have the opportunity to directly provide for the chef and the servers. Fucking uh-oh. Gabby, don't go watching Trailer Park Boys now, because you forgot about that part. That's not what I meant to do when I brought that up. Okay? And it's like, nope, game over. Netflix is already open. It's on her 7th tab. Am I right though? Or did you just turn it off ashamed? It's okay if you did. It's okay. No one's gonna be mad. Oh shit. Wait, what did I just do? I don't even know. I'm just gonna redo it, whatever. Kind of like using this pattern for accessories, like sculpted accessories, whether architectural accessories or functional accessories like these. They're my philosopher's stone pattern. It's just a little piece I did near the beginning. Yeah, I was gonna say, like, Gabby, just stick to your Game of Thrones, like you're running through a binge. Just stick with it. You'll get through. Um, and by the time you get through Game of Thrones, you'll forget all about Randy. You'll forget all about Lucy. Ooh, how did I not see this? What the fuck? What the fuck? Boom. It's the little things. What was that? What the fuck was that? How did it get in there? What is this even doing up here? What does it mean? Oh, okay. That was the bottom layer. What the fuck? Okay, we're good, we're good, we're good. I don't know why, but I see a little person either driving or sleeping in bed. But I like it, so I'm gonna keep it. There's a little heart in there. Gotta have it. Want it. Gimme, gimme, gimme. It's like a little home. Yeah, it's got some stars in the sky. Little green yard. You know what I want to see, Gabby? I want to see someone do one of those video crossovers of Subtronics doing his jump and like two kids doing double dutch. So they're like doing double dutch, maybe as fast as Subtronics is. And he's just like, oh man. That vision just it's got me. Oh man. Fuck. Someone needs to do it. How? How do they do those videos? I don't know what fucking apps or filter they use, but sorry, I kind of lost myself there. Okay. Everything's okay. I just can't stop seeing him jumping. It feels appropriate too since he's from Philly and they do a lot of double Dutch in there, in those urban areas. I might just have to be the guy that figures it out. I know I want some of these fucking purple flames. I'm almost done, Miyagi. I got like less than 10 minutes and then I'm jumping off stream. Miyagi, there's literally nothing I have for you right now. Like, I'm gonna give you treats when I'm done, but like, I don't even think that's what you want, bro. Where's my Requiem? Alright, let's get the Requiem in there. This one's kind of about the dreamscapes that are built from your personal tics, habits. Habits that roam your ecosystem like little ladybugs. Or like little pests. They're fucking pests. They're destroying your livelihood. And they're not ladybugs. These are ladybugs. Because I like to make sure that my habits are something that cultivates, helps protect the garden versus the alternative. Sometimes sometimes we chew through that shit. And we need to get a new perspective on the things that we do every day. Get a new toy type view. Everyone loves getting a new toy. And maybe be more careful. I'm going to put this triangle butterfly texture in the Ivy bag. Wait, what the fuck did I just do? In order to have passion in your life, you need to carry something with you that helps you soar. I'm going to put this butterfly in there. It's a passion ivy. I think I'm gonna have to close her up. Oh shit. Actually, I'm not gonna rush anything. I'm gonna jump off because I'm about at that 137 mark. But I plan on finishing up some of these items, which I did down here, but I forgot up here. Do some more of these background items. And some of the symmetrical mirror-esque type stuff, like this table. And once we get all these other elements filled in, then we can start doing the rainbow parts, but we still have a little bit left to do before we get rainbows. And we'll get there when we get there. We have all these rainbows to do, all these fucking deep fried rainbows to do, like rainbows on the fucking shoes, rainbow sauce, like just rainbow central. But alright, we're at that 137 mark. Oh, 3:37 p.m. as well. So I am jumping off. Thank you to anyone that was here to watch, and anyone that came later. You guys rock.